Sugars, this is S with Mind Sugar. Welcome to my channel. I encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe, or feel free to bitch, moan, and complain. It's all sugar. But whatever you do, make sure you hit the belly bells for the new notifications. Okay, and let's chat. Sometimes you're going to find yourself on your own. You're just going to be on your own. The only person that's going to be standing in your corner is you. It's a lonely place to be at, especially if you're always looking for other people to approve what you're doing, trying to do, or what you did. But there comes a time in your life where you might just be standing alone. And then when that time comes, you're going to have to realize, or you're going to have to decide to learn, if you already haven't, you're going to have to learn how to depend on yourself and to depend on your logic and to depend on you and to know yourself well enough to know when you're being reasonable in a situation, when you're being an asshole in a situation, or when you're too emotional in a situation. You're going to have to learn these things. Sometimes it might be later in life. You might be in your 40s or 50s when you learn. Or you might be a teenager when you've discovered this about yourself. But there's going to come a time when you're going to have to rely on you. Because when you evolve and change, even if it's for the better or the worse, whichever way you're going, some of the people closest to you, they're not going to agree with it. And they're not going to see it for you. And whatever that situation might be. And they love you. They do love you. But see, this is what happens. You thinking, why isn't such and such supporting me? It's not that such and such don't want to support you. Such and such now have to figure out where do they fare in your life now with this change. So sometimes such and such don't really want to give you certain advice if it's going to go against their needs and wants in your life. Because see, when you change, a lot of things change. You cannot keep doing the same things you've been doing. Sugar, you can't keep doing it. And these changes take effect. And they affect a lot of people that's closest to you. It does. You cannot change and keep doing the same things and expect the same results. It's not going to happen. So when those closest to you see the change coming on, they see something different about you. And they just don't quite know how to put their hand on it yet. Or how is this going to affect our relationship? Okay, if she's changing, then what does that do for me? What does that make me? Where do I stand in her life now? Am I going to be able to get the things I'm used to getting from her? Will she have time for me the way she used to? These are the things that goes on in people's minds that's closest to you. So sometimes when you think, oh, they're not supporting me, why wouldn't they support me when I'm going through this change? Why? I'm trying to do something better for my life. It's not that they can't support you. They just trying to figure out where they stand. How do they fit now? Because usually people, they wear hats. If you was always wearing a sucker hat, that's the hat people like you to wear. If you was always wearing a I'll pay for everything hat, yep. Even if the people closest to you who love and appreciate you, but they still like the fact that you always pay for everything. And if they had to, they'll pay themselves. But guess what? They like it that you pay. Because it makes it easier on them. It's what it is. So, there's going to be a time when the ones closest to you, you're not going to be able to rely on them for advice, for scenarios, for ways to handle a situation. You're not going to be able to depend on them. There's going to be a time when you're going to have to rely on you. You're going to have to rely on you, your gut instinct. You're going to have to know your fly. You just going to have to rely on it. You're going to have to get to know it, because you will face a day. There will come a time when you're going to have to rely on you. So I want y'all to remember that, sugars. If it hasn't come yet, it's coming. So if you can start honing that skills of learning yourself, start learning. Because when you truly decide to change, something's got to give. And sometimes it's a fight when you're changing and fighting for yourself. So come on. What's going to happen? Who you going to give in to them because they don't want to see you change? Because they're not comfortable? You're going to have to fight for yourself. And you're going to have to fight some of the people closest to you. That could be your man, your children, your mammy, your pappy, your sisters, your brothers, your aunt, or your uncles, your god sister, your god brothers, nieces, nephews, cousins, the people at work, at your church, at the community events. You're going to have to fight. And you got to get ready to square up. Because you fighting for your life. You fighting for your independence. You fighting for you. So sugars, learn how to fight for yourself. Hone that skill. Start getting in your mental gym and practicing. Get ready. Exercise your mind, body, and spirit. And get ready for the fight. Because that's what you got to do. When it comes to loving you, you got to fight for you. All right, sugars, you got to keep your mind right. All right. Love from Smooches. S.